Hey everybody, I'm Ken and welcome back to another wild and crazy episode of The Lazy Gourmet. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my all-time favorite things to eat, and that's my very own barbecue sauce. This recipe is beloved by millions and millions around the world. Okay, maybe not millions and millions, but a lot of my friends really like it and they think it's cool. So what I'm going to show you how to do is basically put this thing together, and we're gonna use one of my favorite all-time meats, which is pork chops. Who doesn't like pork chops? To get us started, very simply, we're going to get things going by first preheating our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Get that out of the way, then you can focus on actually making the sauce. The sauce basically incorporates just a bunch of ingredients, put them all together, and get it going. First things first, I'm going to start by slicing up an onion. One onion will do just fine for this. You really don't need a super fine chop for this because ultimately it's going to cook down in your pan as well. That's perfect right there. Next thing we're going to do is actually fire this thing up, get it going so we can start sauteing down our ingredients. First thing that's going to go into our pan is a couple of tablespoons or so of our extra virgin olive oil. We just start throwing in our onions, just like that. You can just use a wooden spoon just to give them, or whatever you have, just to stir them around in there, just to get them a little bit translucent. The next thing to go in is our garlic. For this, I like to use the equivalent of about 4 cloves of garlic. You don't want to chintzy on the garlic in this because that's what's going to give you your background hum or your buzz. Once our onions and our garlic are in, the next thing we add is a generous pinch or two of salt, fresh cracked black pepper. So much more flavorful when you're using fresh cracked black pepper as opposed to just the regular stuff that's already pre-ground. So that goes in there. Give that another quick stir. Perfect. Now all the flavors are starting to come out of the onions and the garlic. That's awesome right there. The next part of this is some ketchup. For this, I'm going to use a generous amount. I'm using about a cup of ketchup. Perfect, just like that. Half a cup of just the yellow ballpark mustard goes in, and that's the background flavor for us. There. About 3 or 4 tablespoons of Wash Your Sister sauce. That gives us a little bit of a robustness, another layer of flavor as well. Give that again another stir. Now the flavors are really starting to come out. All right, as this thing is cooking away, the next ingredient is a little bit of white vinegar. Just a plain Jane old white vinegar, about half a cup goes in to this. And now, couple of tablespoons of rosemary, 2 tablespoons of smoky paprika go in, and 4 tablespoons of chili powder go in. Everybody's getting all acquainted, getting happy, getting to know each other. That's awesome right there. The next thing I'm going to do is actually add a cup of water to this. That'll do it. Put that in there. Perfect. And the kicker to this, which is going to give us our sweetness as well as another background hum, is going to be orange marmalade. I love using orange marmalade in my recipes. So for this, about 2 heaping generous tablespoons of orange marmalade go in to our sauce. That's perfect right there. And give that another stir. I know there's a lot of stirring going on in this. My dear friends, what you just witnessed was the making of my barbecue sauce. There is absolutely nothing else to this. The next thing we're going to do for this to actually intensify the flavors is lower the heat. Once this comes up to a boil, lower the heat, cover it, and let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so, till it loses about 25% of its moisture. So now our cover goes on. I've reduced our heat to like a medium low and just let that go for about 20 minutes or so. So now our sauce is just about done and it is looking oh yeah. It's tightened up amazing. This is just like smack you in the mouth. Oh, I can't tell you. I can't wait for this. Just can't wait for this at all. So now, let me just turn that off. Leave this here for now. And bring our pan over. And what I'm going to do is slowly just line the bottom so our pork chops don't stick to our pan. That's perfect right there. Just put that there. Take our little pork chops. This is so cool. So put them in your pan on a single layer, if you can, just like that. That's perfect right there. And then take our barbecue sauce, slather it all over them, just like that. This is so unbelievably exciting. Take the last couple of pork chops, put that there. Perfect right there. I can't tell you how good this is smelling, and I'm just looking so forward to this. This is awesome. What's going to happen is I'm going to bake this off in a 400-degree oven, covered in aluminum foil for an hour, and then the next half hour after that, I'm going to bake them off uncovered, just to get that little bit of color and intensity in. So our pan is ready to go. Just gonna take some aluminum foil and real quick cover this up. I don't think I'll be able to get away with just one sheet, unfortunately. I'll have to use two, but not a big deal. Perfect. Just a little bit more here. Just enough to get it on this side. That's perfect. Just like that. There's nothing to this. So, into our oven this goes, and I'll see you guys in about an hour and a half. So here we are an hour and a half later. My barbecue braised pork chops are done. They are done to perfection. My kitchen smells unbelievable. That's how good it smells. I'm so excited to try these. And this meal is very simple. Pork chop, tossed green salad. I know, you gotta get your greens in somehow. But anyway, this is, so what I'm gonna do is give myself a little bit of salad there on the plate. And I'm gonna grab this pork chop. This looks absolutely magnificent. I can't tell you this. Picture tells 1,000 words. And now for the moment of truth. Look at this. You can't even see this. It's so tender. You don't even need a knife to cut away at this pork chop. Oh my God. I could eat my body weight in this. It is so delicious. All the flavors are absolutely magnificent. really, really good. So that's it for this episode. Thank you very much all for watching. I appreciate your time and looking at my barbecue braised pork chop recipe. I hope you try this for yourself. It's absolutely fantastic. Until next time, I'm Ken, aka The Lazy Gourmet. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and like. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.